Monday, January 26th, 2026. Today on Bold and the Beautiful, Dylan promises Electra she will respect her boundaries. Will tells his mom he wants more time with Electra, and Steffi leaves for her trip. Read the last B&B recap. Deacon asked Taylor on a date, and Electra ordered Dylan to stay in her room while she's away. Finn and Steffi are kissing at the Cliff House. She's all packed and ready to go on her trip to San Francisco. Ivy is sick, so she's accompanying Electra. He promises to video call her with Hayes later. Her car arrives. They kiss again. In the Forrester design office, Dylan promises Electra that she will respect all the boundaries she has set around Will. Electra is sure she will never do anything inappropriate. She just really misses Will and loves him so much. Dylan tells her how amazing she is and how she's given her more than anyone else ever has. She will respect her wishes that she stay in her apartment. Once Dylan takes off, Steffi shows up and announces Ivy is sick, so she's going in her place. Electra thanks her for stepping in and is grateful for the support. Steffi says it will just be an overnight. They look over the itinerary, and Electra is thrilled by all the buyers they will be meeting. At the beach house with his table of dip, Will tells his mom he's been trying to make time for Electra, but they are both so busy. They spend their weekends together, but he wishes they had more. She points out moving in would be a big step. Her son wants to spend every waking moment with Electra. Katie points out he has Dylan living there, so he's not totally alone. They chat about how Dylan struggled to pay her bills and how everyone deserves to feel safe. His mom commends him for pushing to help her. He thinks things have really worked out. After Katie leaves, he works out, and Dylan watches him. He asks about her day, and they chat about Electra going out of town. Electra calls him to say that Ivy is sick, so Steffi is filling in. She promises they will have more time together when she gets back. Dylan returns from her walk on the beach. She tells him she's trying to be respectful and stay out of his way. He wonders why, but manages to figure out Electra had a chat with her about staying in her own space. Will tells her she can't feel bad about them having dinner. He points out they basically live together and are friends so they can hang out. He thinks she's amazing. In the Forrester office, Electra and Steffi pack up their stuff. Steffi realizes something is off with her. Steffi urges her not to focus on what could go wrong. Back at the beach house, Finn brings Hayes over because he needs to leave him somewhere while he runs over to the hospital. He won't be in surgery for long. Hayes wants to make stuff with clay, and Will asks Dylan to join them. She flashes back to promises Electra to respect her orders, but goes along to help them with crayons. As she takes a crayon, Will tells her she doesn't have to worry. The Bold and the Beautiful must-watch moments preview for January 27th showcases a big day in Los Angeles. Will and Dylan get cozy together, and she gets a call. Plus, Daphne enjoys some moments with Carter as Electra and Steffi welcome a big guest to Forrester Creations. Dylan and Will look like they're having a good time babysitting Hayes. The trio is all smiles. Dylan gets a phone call, and all three end up in the conversation. Of course, Dylan and Will appear to be connecting. Daphne is at work putting together a display. Carter joins her, and she allows him to distract her. The two end up in a kiss, and it looks like their engagement is going well. Steffi and Electra are thrilled to welcome guests to Forrester. Dottie, who was a friend of Stephanie Forrester, shows up along with her assistant Joseph. Eric Forrester is up to no good on The Bold and the Beautiful. Is he going to take his grandson R.J. Forrester over to the wrong side of the tracks too? Ridge Forrester is paying the ultimate price for forcing his father into retirement, and he doesn't even know it yet. In fact, Eric could be turning R.J. against him too. Here's what's coming up next on B&B. Spoilers down below. Over the years, Eric Forrester has always had a close bond with his grandson R.J. Forrester. Now that R.J. has returned home, his father Ridge is eager to get him back to work at Forrester Creations. However, if R.J. wants to work with his grandfather Eric, he is going to have to go across town to Katie Spencer's new company, Logan. It's still top secret, but Eric Forrester has decided to go work for his son's rivals, Katie and Bill Spencer, at their new fashion company. When Ridge finds out about his father's betrayal, the you-know-what is going to hit the fan. But if Ridge finds out that Eric took R.J. to work with him at Logan, a war will erupt. Right now, Bill and Katie's son, Will Spencer Jr., is still working for Ridge at Forrester Creations. despite the obvious conflict of interests. Ridge is loving the fact that Dollar Bill's son is his employee. Wouldn't it be ironic if Ridge's son went to go work for Dollar Bill? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers have been hinting that R.J. Forrester has a huge crush on his fake cousin Electra. The fact that she has a boyfriend doesn't seem to bother him. If R.J. falls for Electra Forrester, then the odds of him leaving FC anytime soon are slim to none. Do you think that Eric will convince R.J. to go with him to the new fashion company? Or will he turn his grandpa down so he can hang out with Electra at FC? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers suggest that Katie Logan Spencer might hire Melissa Dillon and Will Spencer. Will these new jobs for the Logans upset Electra Forrester and increase her worries about her relationship? Electra and Will talked to Steffi Forrester Finnegan about possibly getting Dillon a job at Forrester Creations. Unfortunately, the receptionist position didn't work out because Steffi had to give it to someone else. Dillon could apply for an internship, but she really needs a proper job to earn money quickly. Could Katie step in and provide Dillon with a great job opportunity? Dillon has a lot of skills and talent as an artist, so there could be a spot for her at Logan. Plus, Katie is eager to assemble a team quickly. At some point, Will may suggest that Melissa Dillon would be a great match and might encourage her to share some of her work with Katie. Katie could review it and quickly agree since she's seeking fresh, unique ideas to help Logan stand out. It's possible that she will meet all of Katie's criteria and soon find herself working at the Logan offices. Electra might be happy that she is finally earning a paycheck, but then an unexpected twist could change everything. Will has been worried about his job security at Forrester Creations. Given the tension stirred up by Katie's fashion house, it's understandable why Will would be anxious about his position at Forrester. Ridge Forrester basically reassured Will that he doesn't blame him for his parents' reactions. The drama surrounding Katie has nothing to do with Will, and Ridge doesn't believe Will is like his troubled father, Bill Spencer Souls, either. However, B&B spoilers indicate that trouble is likely on the horizon. If Will hears Ridge speaking poorly about Katie and it goes too far, he might defend his mom and leave. There's a perfectly good Spencer empire waiting for Will if he chooses to be a part of it. Will has the option to work for Bill at Spencer Publications, but Katie may convince him to apply his knowledge of the fashion industry to assist her in launching Logan. If both Will and Dillon join forces at Logan, you can be sure that Electra will be furious. The thought of Dillon and Will sharing the same workspace without her could create a significant issue for Electra. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Dillon will lead to much larger problems in the upcoming weeks, so keep an eye out for any breakup news that could be developing for Electra and Will. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Sheila Carter might have an unexpected ally in her corner. RJ and Eric made a great team in the past, so Eric would be silly not to consider revisiting history. However, Eric's wish could make RJ uncomfortable given that his dad Ridge and Brooke Logan Forrester want him to come back to FC. There would be even more complications if Eric asks RJ to work in secret. Tell us what you think, B&B fans. Will RJ jump to Logan to work with Eric? Spicy the Bold and the Beautiful spoilers indicate that RJ could find himself between a rock and a hard place soon enough. What side are you on? Team Logan or Team FC? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for the next 2 weeks suggest some curveballs. Fans can expect there to be a forbidden kiss. There is a twist in a business trip. Plus, Ivy Forrester faces a moral dilemma. Keep reading to find out what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. Before starting on the 2-weekers, let's discuss what is coming up from January 26th to 30. Fans will see Carter Walton continue to get closer to Daphne Rose. The two will be busy planning their wedding. Over at home, Sheila Carter Sharp will talk about how blessed she is to have Deacon Sharp. However, Deacon will just get uncomfortable and start obsessing even more about Taylor Hayes. It seems that Deacon will make a bold move with Taylor. When he cups the psychologist's face in his hands, they soon share a steamy kiss. Fans will also see Electra Forrester learn about a change in her business trip. Instead of Electra going with Ivy, Steffi Forrester Finnegan will go to San Francisco with the young jewelry designer. Electra warned Dillon to stay away from Will Spencer while she is gone. However, Ivy ends up peering through the beach house window. Ivy watches as Dillon gets ready to kiss Will. Ivy does turn away before they lock lips. So, it is possible that Will pushes Dylan away at the last minute. Ivy won't know that, though, which could cause problems in Electra's relationship. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for the week of February 2nd reveal that Electra will come back to Los Angeles. Ivy will face a moral dilemma, but I can't see her keeping what she saw from Electra. Knowing Electra, this will make her want to get rid of Dylan even faster. As for Eric Forrester, he's excited to be Katie Logan Spencer's new lead designer. It is just temporary, though. In the meantime, Katie and Eric are trying to keep it a secret. Donna Logan Forrester is having a hard time keeping this from Brooke Logan Forrester, though. At some point, Sheila might start to suspect that there is more going on between Deacon and Taylor than just therapy, so stay tuned. Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most in the next 2 weeks? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what happens next. Deke Sharp was an amazing addition to the Bold and the Beautiful cast, and Harrison Cohn was the perfect actor for their first gay male couple. But now that he knows Remy Sharp is a sociopath, there aren't any gay men left on the canvas. Rumor has it, the CBS soap might be creating a potential love interest for Deke by bringing a formerly straight character out of the closet. Here's what's coming up next on B&B. Spoilers down below. Bold and the Beautiful just confirmed that Ridge Forrester and Brooke Logan's son, RJ Forrester, will be back in town this month. The soap opted to recast the role, and Hollywood newbie Brian Nicoletti is taking over for Joshua Hoffman. Is there a reason behind the recasting? The last time RJ was in Los Angeles, he was in shock and had just learned that his girlfriend, Luna Nozawa, was a serial killer. To add insult to injury, she slept with his cousin, Zend Forrester, too. RJ made himself scarce after the truth came out about Luna, and we all assumed he had checked into some sort of "I dated a serial killer" therapy retreat. Bold and the Beautiful rumors hint that RJ Forrester could be a new love interest for Deke Sharp. The last time we saw RJ, he was pretty straight, but after being traumatized by Luna Nozawa, he may have given up on women altogether. Some fans think that's why the writers recast the role and brought on Brian Nicoletti. After watching Joshua Hoffman romance the ladies, it might have been hard for fans to get on board with the character being interested in men. Do you think that Deke is dashing enough to get Ridge Forrester's prodigal son to come out of the closet? Who will Deke ever date if there aren't any other gay men on the soap? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers update for the week of January 26-30 reveals that Taylor Hayes and Deacon Sharp will pass the point of no return while Will Spencer finds himself in a scandalous situation. For starters, RJ Forrester will prance around shirtless as part of the typical soap hunk introduction package. Brooke Logan Forrester will spot RJ coming in from a swim at her place and spend more time reconnecting with her son. As for Deacon and Taylor, all the warnings in the world can't stop what's been set in motion. It looks like Taylor and Deacon will ignore Steffi Forrester Finnegan's concerns, at least long enough to share a real kiss. Of course, Deacon and Taylor will be taking a gamble since Sheila Sharp would go ballistic if she knew the truth. Sheila will remain in the dark on the true nature of Taylor and Deacon's connection for now, but the secrecy can't last forever. On another note, Carter Walton will make more promises to Daphne Rose about their future together. The goal will be to move forward with this wedding soon and get started on their mutual family plans. After Steffi makes an announcement, she'll slide in Ivy Forrester's spot on the upcoming San Francisco business trip. B&B fans will see Steffi and Electra Forrester interact with some interesting guest stars as they offer up some fresh jewelry pieces. Morgan Fairchild will step back into the role of Dottie, so look for her assistant, Joseph, to be part of the jewelry meeting too. Back in Los Angeles, Dylan will find herself drawn to Will despite her vow to keep her distance and respect the lines Electra has drawn. It seems Dylan will have a little dance practice in the living room and go flying into Will's lap. Ivy's decision to visit the beach house will lead to her getting an eyeful of Will and Dylan's sofa encounter. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Will's about to land in a tight spot, so stick with us for updates on Ivy's shocking news and the Electra fallout. Is The Bold and the Beautiful finally going to revisit RJ Forrester's complicated history with DNA tests on the soap opera? Longtime B&B viewers know that RJ is not actually a Forrester, and his bio dad also could be Brooke Logan's other ex, Nick Marone. There's a lot of buzz online about the Marone family making a comeback in 2026. Is that because RJ has decided to get back to his roots? Here's what's coming up on The Bold and the Beautiful. Keep reading for all the details. RJ Forrester was born in 2003 on The Bold and the Beautiful. Brooke Logan slept with Ridge's brother Nick Marone when she thought he was dead. Later, it was revealed Ridge Forrester was still alive, and Brooke had no idea which one of the men was her baby's father. Several DNA tests were conducted before Brooke gave birth and tampered with. The fact that the men were genetically brothers only complicated matters worse. When Brooke gave birth, she was told by a fourth test that Ridge was the father and named her son after him before any more tests could be done. A lot of longtime viewers still think that Nick could be RJ's father, not Ridge. But even if his father is Ridge, that means that RJ is still technically a Marone. Maybe RJ wanted to get to know his bio grandfather? The Marone family has been mentioned a lot on the internet. Rumor has it that Dylan could be Massimo and Sheila's long-lost daughter. Plus, there's buzz that Jack Wagner could pop back up as Nick Marone in a few months. With the fashion wars heating up on the soap, Bradley Bell also teased one of the old core families will be making a comeback, and some fans think that he was referring to Massimo's clan. We know that Nick Marone lives in Italy, and his father, Massimo Marone, is believed to still be alive and in Europe. According to RJ Forrester's mom, he's been in Italy for months. Do you think he was secretly bonding with Nick and Massimo this whole time? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for the week of January 26th reveal some curveballs. For one thing, Ivy Forrester sees something shocking. Will Spencer and Dylan are about to cross boundaries. Plus, Deacon Sharp kisses Taylor Hayes. Keep reading to find out what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. Let's kick off this post with Steffi Forrester Finnegan. Fans just watched as Electra Forrester told Dylan that she was going on a business trip with Ivy. Electra wanted Dylan to spend that entire time locked in her room, away from Will. However, there will be a bit of a twist. At the last minute, Electra learns that Ivy isn't going on the trip after all. Instead, Steffi will accompany Electra. While Electra is in San Francisco with Steffi, Ivy won't be just working at the office. At some point, the lady stops by the beach house. When Ivy looks in the window, she is shocked. The woman sees Dylan and Will in a very close moment together. They are sitting on the couch, and Dylan's face is very close to Will's. Ivy quickly looks away, shocked. However, will she tell Electra about what she saw? While Ivy knows Electra needs to know, she also won't want to ruin her business trip. Ivy knows that Electra will obsess the whole time until she comes back. So, Ivy might keep quiet about this for now, but not forever. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for the week of January 26th reveal that Deacon's heart is divided. The man reunited with Sheila Carter Sharp, but can't stop thinking about Taylor. After Hope Logan Spencer's encouragement, Deacon makes a bold move. The man will cup Taylor's face in his hands. As she stares at him like a headlight-struck deer, Deacon suddenly kisses her. Deacon also asked Taylor out on a date. So, I have to wonder what excuse Deacon will make when he has to go have a quiet dinner alone with Taylor. I imagine everyone will try to make sure that Sheila doesn't find out the truth. However, secrets never stayed buried forever in soaps. When Sheila learns the truth, will she really target Taylor? Or could Sheila have changed so much that she reacts completely unexpectedly? Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most during the week of January 26th, 2026?